Welcome back to the Toxic Tom story. Today I'm going to touch on the subject of what do you do to stay sober? So, I'll tell you a few things I've done to stay sober. One of the biggest things I've done to stay sober was to get back into the rooms. Back in July, back when I was purchasing this home, I thought about going back out, but like I said before, I've had two friends go back out and they haven't came back, and I didn't want to go back out. So one of the things I did to stay sober was I went back to the meetings. And another thing I did to stay sober was this time around I actually got a sponsor and I've been working with him. With my schedule, it's kind of hard to work with him a lot, but something's better than nothing. And also I've met a few other guys through this High Desert Marine Club that I belong to that have been sober for many years, and one's been sober for 34 years, and I've been reaching out to him. I talk to him about every other day. We actually went to a meeting last week and we met another Marine. He's got 50 years of sobriety. I met him before, but I wanted to introduce my new friend to him, and it was good to hear these old timers talk about how they stay sober. And that's another way you can stay sober is by talking to people with some years under their belt. They call them old timers, but they have a vast experience of staying sober, and they can give you little plans, little hints, and things to do to stay sober. Some of the things I've been doing to stay sober, other than that, is I started this channel. This is a way for me giving back since I can't take commitments with my work schedule. So I took this as my own commitment to go out into the world and talk about my sobriety. And hopefully I can help somebody with my story so they can become sober if they hear something in my story that relates to them. Another thing I've done to stay sober is I dabble in photography. So I ended up getting me a drone to do digital photography with a drone, and you get a whole different aspect of taking pictures, from 300 feet in the air than you do on the ground. And if you see something far away that you can't get to by walking or hiking, you can fly the drone right over there and take the picture and bring it back. When I was a kid, my grandfather was a photographer, and we had a darkroom in the backyard, in the back of the garage, and I remember developing pictures. But the nice thing about digital photography is you get an instant gratification now. Kind of like drinking. When you drank, you got the instant gratification. Well, with digital photography, you get instant gratification for me because you can see your picture right away and see what you did. And if you want more, you can go back and take another picture or change the angle of the picture. And that's gratifying to me, getting different angles of different subjects that I'm taking pictures of. That's pretty much it in a nutshell of what I've been doing. I've also been working around my new house. I've been installing electrical plugs. I've rewired the TV so you can't see no more wires on the wall. And, little odds and ends, doing honey-do list, makes the wife happy, keeps me sober. I do some fishing from time to time. That's another thing that I do sober now. I used to do it drinking, but when I'm sober, I actually catch more fish. So that's a good thing. And another big thing I'm doing that's coming up next month is I'm going to a Marine Corps ball. I served in the Marine Corps from 1990 to 1996. And then I've been to a few balls back then, but I was drunk back then going to the balls. This time I'm actually going to do a sober ball and be able to take it all in sober. I'll be taking some pictures and I'll post them on this after the fact of the ball. After I go to it, I'll post some pictures. Been putting my uniform together. It's kind of cool because I got, Marine Corps, and I was also in the Army National Guard in California. Did a deployment with them to Iraq. So I get to put all those medals together. And that's satisfying, just looking at that, putting that together. And after the ball, I'm probably going to have this uniform framed, put it up on the wall, and then, I can share it with my family and friends. I can tell my kids about my stories, about my deployments that I had in the Marine Corps, and also that I did while I was in the California National Guard. So I can, share more of my story with other people. So I'll take a picture of my uniform when it's all put together, and I'll put it up. I think it's coming along pretty fine. Right now, my uniform's being fitted. I went and got measured the other day so the lady can let some out. 51 years old. I ain't skinny like I was when I was 25 or 24, back in those days. I can't fit my 18-year-old one. When I was 18, I can't fit in those blues. I can't even put my arm in the sleeve. But someone was so nice enough to give me a new top that I could have it sized to fit me. So I'll keep you all posted on that. And remember, if you're struggling, please reach out to me. Especially the veterans. I'm always here, and I'm a listening ear. So please reach out. You can get me on this channel, instant message me, leave a message, or you can go on my Facebook, Toxic Tom, and leave me a message there, and I'll respond to you. And if you get on my Facebook page, my phone number is actually on there if you look through my bio, and you can give me a call. All right? Y'all take care. Take it one day at a time and stay sober. Talk to you later. Bye.